Now on CoastTV News.
No return date. The first photo of Stell Parker Selby since her medical event is raising more questions than answers. Courthouse countdown. Construction on the new family courthouse in Georgetown is nearing the finish line, but not quite there yet. People are adjusting in the meantime. And security breach fallout. New details on how a journalist ended up inside a private Trump administration group chat.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
You're looking at the first photo of Representative Stell Parker Selby after being absent from the state legislature for months. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight. We still don't have a clear answer on the status of the representative's health. And CoastTV did go to Legislative Hall today in Dover. The representative was not there. CoastTV News reporter Zakia Jennings has covered this story from the very beginning. Zakia, despite Representative Parker Selby being sworn in, we still have no idea when we'll see her back in the House chamber.
Christina, I spoke with House Speaker Melissa Minor Brown and Parker Selby's husband today. When asked, neither of them...
This is the first photo of Stell Parker Selby since we learned she had a medical event this winter. Democrats say it shows her swearing in at home. Viewers have questions and concerns. One writing, quote, "This should be unacceptable. She has not been present for months, and her coming forward out of nowhere leads to questions of her ability to serve." Democrats still won't tell us what Stell Parker Selby's medical event was. It's worth noting this photo shows her in a wheelchair, which she previously was not in. We also haven't heard the representative speak. Democrats say there is no video or audio from the swearing-in ceremony. Here's what her husband told us when we asked for an interview.
She knows people at the station, so she'll contact when she's ready.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
CoastTV went to Parker Selby's office on Tuesday. We were told an aide from her office would speak with us, but no one came out. However, House Speaker Melissa Minor Brown declined our on-camera interview, but said this.
You have a specific timeline of when she'll be in. Is it maybe in a week, maybe a month?
It is as soon as she gets the clearance from her doctor.
And we have no idea where the doctor's mindset is at. That hasn't been shared with you? Or
I have not had a conversation with her doctor, and I'm not going to.
Still no timeline of when the representative will be back at Legislative Hall.
Hopefully you all can hear me loud and clear now. I did speak with House Speaker Melissa Minor Brown and Parker Selby's husband today, as we just saw, and neither provided a clear answer as to when Representative Parker Selby will be back in the home. Now, after speaking with the House Speaker today, she says the swearing-in ceremony was a private ceremony at the Parker Selby home, surrounded by family, friends, and witnesses. Now, as you saw in this picture, it looks to be that Representative Stell Parker Selby is in a wheelchair. Back to you.
All right, thank you for that, Zakia. Now we go to Georgetown, where the Sussex County Family Court facility is currently under construction and moving along smoothly, but a report from Georgetown Town Manager Jean Dvornik might say otherwise. According to Dvornik, work on the facility is, quote, minimized until more area becomes available. CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy is live in Georgetown with more on what that means. Brendan, doors are still expected to open at the courthouse in the spring of 2026.
Christina, that is the case right now. And when we tried reaching out to Town Manager Jean Dvornik to find out what he means by minimized work until more area becomes available, we did not hear back. But we spoke to people who both work and live in Georgetown right by the construction, and they said a delay wouldn't make a difference. A possible delay for the Sussex County Family Court facility in Georgetown, which has been under construction since 2022. Harry Lopez works at Manlove Auto Parts in Georgetown, right across from the construction. He says any delays just mean more business for him.
I wouldn't complain at all, because it's definitely more businesses, and who knows, maybe these people out here that's working inside of family courthouse is also going to want to buy some stuff from us too. Who knows? So it doesn't really affect it or nothing like that.
Jerry Crump lives in Georgetown and takes the bus daily. The construction doesn't block his route, so he has no complaints.
It's not affecting me because I take the bus and sometimes I walk. So when I walk through there, it's no issue with me walking through there to get to what I get sometimes. So it's easy.
A roughly 3-year project nearing completion, but not there just yet. We also spoke with Sean O'Sullivan from Delaware Courts, who told us if there was any delay at all, even a small one, it would probably be only something where it would move the door opening from spring of 2026 to the summer of 2026. But right now, everything is looking good. Reporting live in Georgetown, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
All right, thanks, Brendan. Now here's a live look outside into Lewis, and our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams is going to join us for a check on our First Alert weather. Paul, what are we dealing with?
Well, we're dealing with the leftover remnants of a few sprinkles right now. We're not concerned about widespread scattered showers, and with little rain that, made a cameo appearance, well, that's no longer the case. It's out of here. Our dry tech crawl space camera in Ocean City showing we're at 53 degrees at this present time, and we anticipate that it's going to continue to stay very cooperative for us as far as the rest of the night is concerned, with no more additional rain. We may have a few leftover lingering sprinkles till about midnight, but even that's winding up pretty quickly for us because we take a look at what's happening with our precipitation, and it's very limited at this point and breaking up rather quickly. Coming up, we'll have more on your full forecast and another look at what's happening with this rain. Till then, back to you, Christina.
All right, thank you, Paul. Well, according to the Ocean City Police Department, they currently have around 104 officers ready for the summer season. But they are looking to bump up those numbers before vacationers start driving into town. 2025 will be the first summer without seasonal officers in town. But according to the police department, between public safety officers and the sworn-in officers, they're confident heading into the summer.
Being able to shift over to the public safety officers. So the difference is you're not going to be seeing a lot of the bright blue uniforms. You'll see a lot of the yellow uniforms.
Now, along with hiring new recruits, the council has approved a $15,000 signing bonus that will be distributed over the next 3 years. And they're hoping this will incentivize current officers in the state of Maryland to transfer to the Ocean City Police Department and work there. And this does bring us to our Coast TV poll tonight. We want to know, how should Ocean City attract more officers? Let's take a look at the results. 64% saying a signing bonus, 20% say free housing, 12% with local recruitment, and just a few saying some extra vacation days might attract some more officers. But we want to know what you think. It's not too late to vote, so you can head over to coasttv.com or use our mobile app. Staying in Ocean City, there was a conference today for first responders on the importance of mental health. The conference was to provide first responders with the resources they need to deal with the stress, hoping to make difficult jobs just a little bit easier.
We have different presenters that speak on different topics, such as sleep, finances, trauma, addiction. I mean, there's a multitude of presentations. I try to balance out the schedule over the 2 days. We bring in 8 to 10 speakers with different backgrounds on different topics to include overall wellness. So no matter who's in the room, they can benefit from the information being provided.
And the Worcester County Sheriff says it is important to be proactive when it comes to mental health and working on the police force. Now to Milford, 27 townhomes called the Riverwalk Villas got the green light from the Milford City Council this week. Here from our Coast Copter, you can see the 4 acres of open land right next to the Mispillion Riverwalk. Milford Housing Development Corporation says the villas are going to be energy efficient and very affordable. The development needs one last stamp of approval from the Sussex Conservation District that is expected in the next 2 weeks. Some people in Milford say they understand the need for more housing, but they wish it didn't come at the expense of nature.
We appreciate that part of the walk quite a bit because it's where really the most wildlife is, is at that end of the walk. So it's concerning.
And if that last approval is granted, construction will begin in May on the first 7 of those 27 townhomes. In national news tonight, the fallout continues from the revelation that a journalist was added to a group chat among top Trump administration officials about plans for a military strike. Use of Signal among government officials, it's not uncommon when it comes to discussing unclassified information. But the leak raises serious questions about what's being shared there. Karen Kafa is in Washington with a look at the Signal app.
Sharp questions from Senate Intelligence Committee Democrats Tuesday for members of the Trump administration intelligence team.
Director Radcliffe, this was a huge mistake, correct?
No.
The hearing the day after The Atlantic reported that National Security Advisor Mike Waltz convened a text conversation with top U.S. officials earlier this month to discuss strikes on Houthi militants in Yemen. Atlantic editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldberg was accidentally added to the chain, which used the app Signal.
People who care about security, they use Signal. What it does is it encodes the message that you're sending in transit. So if it happened to be intercepted by someone who shouldn't have it, it would be scrambled and useless to them.
Signal is an encrypted messaging app used by journalists and government officials around the world because of its added security, and its code open for independent experts to scrutinize for vulnerabilities. Use of Signal is not unique to the Trump White House. The Biden administration routinely used it to discuss logistics planning, for example. Career national security officials note having sensitive conversations on an unclassified platform risks exposing the information to foreign hackers. Bree Fowler, who covers cybersecurity for CNET, says despite the app's high security standards, the government should look at whether the threshold is high enough for national security conversations.
You know, using something that is more for consumers and industry may not be what they should be doing. You would think the government would have some kind of proprietary app that they would use instead.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
And we are just getting started here tonight. Coming up, racing to the rescue, how the Chincoteague community rallied to fund a life-saving machine for their beloved ponies. But first, a warning from Delaware's Attorney General why 23andMe users are being urged to delete their data now.
Here's a look at your Bay forecast now. 56 degrees for Wednesday and Thursday, but then we jump to 65. A very curious pattern change in our weather. What does that mean for our weekend? You'll find out in just 60 seconds.
It's Truck Month here at First State Chevrolet in Georgetown.
We have one of the largest selections of Silverados on the shore.
Rates as low as 1.9% on this new 2024 Chevrolet Colorado.
As low as $39,995 on this 2025 Chevrolet Silverado.
Sales, service, parts, body shop, and towing, all in one convenient location just 1 mile north of the DMV in Georgetown.
We are First State Chevy in Georgetown, where we put you, the customer, first. Together, let's drive.
Choose passion. Choose drama. Choose a club. Choose a massive club. Choose a favourite player on said club. Choose to annoy the fans of the less massive rival club. Choose to spend August to May with the most dedicated fans and the most watched league on the planet. Choose the Premier League on NBC and Peacock.
We wanted to take a quick look through our Spicer Brothers camera to kind of show you the amount of moisture that's just building so quickly in and around our immediate area. And so we had some low-level clouds or fog, another way of saying that. And we had some light precipitation that's continuing to push throughout the region right now. Look for some meandering scattered showers to continue through the Salisbury area and all surrounding areas until about midnight. And then right around 1 o'clock, we'll see the rain coming to an end. And we'll take a look at that overall in just a quick second. Now, as you begin to take a peek at what's happening with our forecast, we are expecting and anticipating that the cloud cover is going to stay a bit on the thick side for us for right now as this begins to push throughout our region at this point. Now, a thing you got to keep in mind when it comes to your forecast and what's happening with us is this. The precipitation we're picking up on right now, well, bottom line is this. We are expecting for that precipitation to continue to skirt along pretty steadily right now. We have light amounts of precipitation that's pushing throughout Salisbury area as well as going throughout Deal Island. All this is now beginning to shift over towards Chincoteague for right now. We have a bit of a heavy downpour in Chincoteague at this particular moment. We have a bit of a trough that's developing just to the northwest of Annapolis at this point. Overall, once again, the precipitation, though not heavy, coming to a quick end. Most locations, not even enough to measure a trace, to be quite honest. We're at 52 degrees in Indian River Inlet, 52 in Bethany Beach, but we're also holding at 52 degrees in Milton as well as Redden inland areas. Our pollen cast, well, juniper, maple, and elm, we're at moderate levels there. We're at a higher level for mold, actually. So With that in mind, we're looking for more in the way of sunshine. 54 degrees for us throughout Lewis and 53 in Rehoboth Beach. Clearing up for us. We'll start off cloudy in the morning time at Cambridge, and then we'll see more in the way of sunshine as we go into the afternoon. 57 degrees, and we should warm to about 57 degrees in Ocean City as well, with winds out of the west at 8 to 16 miles per hour. Wednesday morning, we're going to start off a bit cloudy in Milton and Lewis, Georgetown, but won't be as cloudy in Millsboro, Del Mar, and Selbyville. We're looking for sunshine to start off the day in Bethany Beach. Cloud cover will begin to develop throughout the afternoon and will stick around Bethany Beach by 3:30, but then we'll see clearing in a lot of other areas. So we're looking for the true definition of scattered cloud cover. For mid-morning, for us going into Thursday, we're going to see the temperatures flying into the 50s. Now, we're going to be in the 50s for Wednesday, and as we go into Thursday, by lunchtime, we'll be barely shy of that 50-degree mark. But that's okay, because as we go into Friday, we'll start seeing things warm up. I mean, we're going to go jump from 57 to 62, for example, in Chincoteague. That's how we're going to change over the next 3 days. Ocean City from 53 up to 57 degrees. And then we're going to jump into the 60s for Friday, both in Lewis as well as Rehoboth Beach. So in rounding up and closing out the forecast, rain coming to an end, 56 for tomorrow with cloud cover, 56 without the cloud cover on Thursday. Finally, here's a look at the extended forecast.
Thank you again, Paul. Well, we have a message from the Delaware Department of Justice tonight following a story we first told you about last night on Coast TV News at 5. Genetic testing company 23andMe has filed for bankruptcy. Now, Attorney General Kathy Jennings is urging Delawareans to delete their data. She says the company may sell its genetic database to the highest bidder, calling it an unacceptable risk. Jennings is advising users to submit deletion requests as soon as possible, since it is unclear how long the company will honor them. Paying for parking in downtown Salisbury just got a little bit easier. Mobile Pay is now live at the Circle Ave parking garage. Drivers can pay at kiosks, or they can use their phones to scan a QR code. It is $2 an hour or $10 for the day, but parking is free after 4 p.m. and on weekends. On-street parking still free for up to 2 hours. New signs will be going up soon with the updates. Well, Pony Power put a fundraiser launched by the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company on the fast track. Donors from across the country helped the volunteer organization raise $25,000 in just 1 week. It's to replace an off-road vehicle that serves as kind of a pony ambulance. Mayor Denise Bowden says the power of the Chincoteague pony community is on full display.
You put the call out for help and people show up. It tells me that there's still a whole lot of good in the world, no matter what we may see on TV or anything like that. You know, what I call the pony community really came together for this effort.
And donations to the fire company's fundraiser were still being made today, even after announcing they had reached their goal last night. They say any leftover funds after purchasing the new vehicle will be used to support the ponies in one way or another. Coming up next, Boeing pushes to withdraw its guilty plea in a deal over deadly 737 MAX crashes. What could change?
Thursday through Monday only, it's Johnny Janosik's 5-day sale. Get an extra $100 off your purchase and 0% APR for 36 months. Plus, you get to choose a free gift with your qualifying purchase. Ends Monday at Johnny Janosic.
The Queen approacheth.
The termite queen can lay between 20 and 30,000 eggs a day and can live for 50 years. And those millions of termites can eat over $5 billion a year in damage. Take your home off the menu with termite protection by Brazier's Pest Control. The experts at Brazier's use over 40 years experience to administer the best protection in America, 6 times faster than Bates, with long-lasting protection. Call Brazier's now and defend your castle.
Victory isn't just the finish line, it's the fire that drives us. Seizing opportunities, rising to challenges, and never backing down. At the Delmarva Sports Network, we celebrate the wins, big and small. We honor the hustle, the heart, and the heroes. Because DSN is where local teams become legends. It's where champions shine, and every victory inspires the next. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dreams.
The marriage was contested by your family.
Yes, Your Honor.
Her father's wedding was suspicious.
He lived at home with Miss Hershey.
Yes.
As a couple.
No.
As a what?
As a friend.
Baloney.
And his death made it more suspect.
Did your father leave any money when he died?
Yes,
How much money?
$130,000.
I'm just figuring out what's going on.
Next, Judge Judy.
Wednesday at 2 on CoastTV.
Johnny Janosic knows that home is where family memories are made. Family owned and operated for over 70 years. We offer the best brands of furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices. Experience the difference at Johnny Janosic.
CoastTV weather can be heard on 93.5 The Beach.
The Wall Street Journal is reporting Boeing wants to withdraw its guilty plea in a deal with the Justice Department. The criminal case accuses Boeing of deceiving regulators before two 737 MAX crashes killed nearly 350 people in 2018 and 2019. Last summer, Boeing agreed to plead guilty to defrauding the Federal Aviation Administration. In December, a federal judge rejected the proposed deal. The Trump administration is reviewing pending criminal cases, and Boeing is seeking more lenient treatment than it got under the Biden administration. Among the possible changes, the DOJ could rescind the plea agreement or lighten Boeing's punishment. The judge overseeing the case is giving the DOJ and Boeing until April 11th to propose any changes to the deal. Well, we're looking at the snack food slowdown tonight, and it's not just a healthy lifestyle that's motivating some consumers to cut back on snacks, but unsavory prices for their favorite chips and cookies. NBC News senior business correspondent Christine Romans has the details.
The snack food aisle is getting hit with a serious price crunch, leaving some customers at the checkout line with little to smile about.
When did this small bag that was 99 cents become $2.69?
A recent survey finding 42% of people are so fed up with high prices, they're leaving snack food off their grocery lists and buying fewer sweet and salty treats.
It significantly helped my grocery bill.
And food giants are feeling the bite of that cost cutback. General Mills reporting a slowdown in sales for its snack categories, while Campbell's, the owner of Goldfish and Snyder's pretzel brands, saw a 3% sales drop in the latest quarter. Last month, PepsiCo, the owner of Frito-Lay, also reporting its salty and savory offerings underperformed, with people buying 3% fewer snacks. Though its CEO is optimistic business will bounce back.
We have to continue to give value to consumers in terms of portion sizes or entry points or value packs.
Between the bird flu outbreak, tariffs, and a rapidly changing climate affecting food production, prices are expected to keep growing at above average rates. The cost of a bag of chips now nearly $6.50. Up about 30% compared with prices in 2021. And although cookie prices have dropped slightly since last year, they still cost nearly $5 on average.
We have rising food costs, and we have, people are trying to be healthier now. And there's also weight loss medications.
And companies are feeding into new strategies, from unpredictable flavors.
This is real. We're getting Wendy's Baconator Cheez-Its.
To going viral, with a recent global survey finding 60% of people are motivated to try a new snack they see on social media.
Finally got my hands on these Post Malone Oreos.
Leaving brands craving for customers trying to become the next big thing.
They're doing their best to keep up, but ultimately, a dollar is a dollar is a dollar.
Coming up in sports, a Henlopen South battle that came down to the last minute of regulation. We've got the highlights of who started out their season on a high note.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, discover how native plants can transform your yard into a low-maintenance, eco-friendly haven. Then, take a deeper look into the night of Lincoln's assassination. Coast Life, tomorrow at 4 on CoastTV.
Fall in love with safety and reliability at Gateway Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
The Harry K Foundation presents its annual chocolate crawl on Saturday, April 26th in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Enjoy delectable chocolate creations and then vote for your favorite to win top prize. For tickets and info, visit harrykfoundation.org/events.
If alcohol builds a wall around you that doesn't let you see where you're going, that keeps you feeling isolated and alone, that makes you feel hopeless, know this. We're here to help if you want us to. It's never too early or too late to ask for help with a drinking problem. Alcoholics Anonymous, there is a way out. For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
Join America's favorite game.
You never know what's going to happen.
For the I can't believe it. And always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you.
Wednesday at 7 on CoastTV.
Next Jeopardy! Professor Josh Weichert is riding high.
I have no words.
Will the thrills continue with win number 4?
Great game.
Next Jeopardy!
Wednesday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
The Powerball jackpot is always a lot of money. Right now, it's a lot of money. Powerball is over $480 million.
That's a lot of money.
Please play responsibly.
Starting April 4th, top-tier indoor soccer teams face off for ultimate glory on DSN. The nonstop action of the MASL 3 playoffs, April 4th, 5th, and 6th. Don't miss a minute, live on the Delmarva Sports Network and the DSN app. This is Coast TV News at 11.
Today is Diabetes Alert Day, and health officials are hoping it will serve as a wake-up call to the millions of Americans who have diabetes but don't know it. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains the importance of knowing your type 2 diabetes risk and how to delay or even prevent the disease.
It's a leading cause of death. Diabetes is common, affecting more than 38 million Americans, but an estimated 9 million people in the U.S. have no idea they have it.
One of the main issues with diabetes and prediabetes is that you don't feel it.
Dr. Pramenda Kabandugama with Cleveland Clinic says that's why it's so important to be tested for the disease and to understand your risks so that you can take steps to manage or even prevent type 2 diabetes. While it can develop at any age, you're more likely to have the disease if you're overweight or have obesity, are age 35 or older, have a family history of the disease, or live a sedentary lifestyle. Certain races and ethnicities are also at higher risk, including African Americans, American Indians, Pacific Islanders, and some Asian Americans and Hispanic people.
By the time most people find out, if they don't go for regular checkups, they've already had diabetes for quite a few years, and then they're kind of playing catch up from that moment on.
Kabandugama says a simple blood test at the doctor's office can diagnose diabetes, and in many cases, the disease can be prevented by living a healthy lifestyle.
Whether it's diet, whether it's exercise, being able to get yourself down to a healthy weight, that these are the cornerstone of preventing diabetes.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, sports fans. We've got a back-and-forth game that came down to the wire. It's Del Mar and Indian River in boys lacrosse. Let's go to the Wildcat Den. The Indians and Del Mar IR would start things off. The scoop and score by John Spencer is good. The Indians keep it coming. It's Spencer again. The fake and the make, and then his teammate Jamison Moore. Perfect place, perfect time on the doorstep. Game is now tied, moving ahead at 3. IR Del Mar tied up, and then Caden Marine puts Del Mar ahead. Now to the fourth quarter we go. Indian River down by 1, 7:05 left in regulation. Spencer, number 9 on your screen. He's back at at it again. We are all knotted at 6 with 7 minutes to go in regulation. Now we jump ahead to less than a minute left to go in the fourth quarter of action. Reed Washburn calls game for the Wildcats as Del Mar would go on to win their season opener 7-6. Now Indian River Sussex Central girls soccer IR with the corner, and Grace Clark is there to score it. Indians up 1-0. Second half we go. Indians look to go up by 2. Ella Peterson is there for the ricochet and the goal. Indians go on to win the match 2-0. That'll for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
Coming up next, we'll tell you about a mysterious fossil that has experts scratching their heads. We'll tell you what it might be.
Coast TV weather can be heard on Coast Country.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Love it.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Buy a Grand Highlander with special APR financing for up to 72 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Be careful when getting quotes for a new roof. There may be important things left out. Always ask, are they properly licensed and insured? Are they installing the proper amount of ice and water shield? Are they removing and replacing your siding to install new flashing? Are they checking the attic and soffit for ventilation? Are they protecting your home during installation? When you choose Spicer Brothers, you can have peace of mind that your new roof and all the details will be professionally installed for a lifetime.
To learn more, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Hey, there he is. Let's do this.
Right now, buy an adventure-ready RAV4 with low 4.99 APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
There is a fascinating fossil that has some experts flustered. 3 years ago, Taylor Endress discovered something a few inches in the ground of her property in Virginia. She just figured it was a fossil. However, the Virginia Natural History Museum and the Smithsonian have no idea what it is, aside from being some sort of plant. Endress says she will try to solve the mystery by taking the fossil to nearby colleges and possibly getting it carbon dated.
Okay. All right, our Hershey's exterior camera in Ocean City, 53 degrees actually. We're going to drop down to 45 by 3 o'clock, but the rain that we have experienced, light precipitation already coming to an end in most locations. It's going to definitely come to an end by midnight. So here's the last remnants of the rain as it's pushing through. We're seeing most of Sussex County being cleared of any additional concerns with precipitation. Our umbrella giveaway winner is Bill Joseph of Frankfort. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. And if you want to keep up with what's happening with your forecast, call our weather line, 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Brockstedt, Mandalis, and Federico. As we take a look at what's happening with our forecast, we're expecting a high of 56 degrees on Wednesday with partly to mostly cloudy skies early. Then we're going to have a clear sky for us on Thursday with still 56 degrees. But then we're going to have a shift in the direction of the winds coming out of the south, pushing up to 65 by Friday.
Good to me. Thank you for that final forecast, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For some more local news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, that's up next, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.